Chicken 1, 2. Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 everybody. Before we get started here, as you know, I like to play records. And they are from bands from around here in Springfield, Missouri and surrounding areas. This one is super special. Very, very cool. A band called The Symptoms. For those who don't know, this is a band that Lou Whitney used to be in before he was in a band called the Morels, which was before he was in a band called the Skeletons. This is some old school shit that is nearly and totally impossible to find. And most, if not all, the songs on here are from a live show, which I think is pretty bitchin'. We're just going to play a couple songs for you, and then we'll get started. Invite your friends.
It's on. Everybody do something. Come on. What's wrong with you people? This not the crowd I know and love. What? Give it to me. I don't need a doctor. I don't need a pill. Any kind of treatment, baby, only make me ill. I need a rock therapy. I need a rock therapy. I need a rock therapy. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Let's rock. I don't need a nurse. Anything you give me, baby, only make me worse. I need a rock therapy. I need a rock therapy. I need a rock therapy. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Let's rock again. They don't stand a chance. I'm swinging with my baby, doing a rock and roll dance. I need a rock therapy. I need a rock therapy. I need a rock therapy. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. I said a rock therapy, a rock therapy, a rock you remember Dave Clark, don't you? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Woo! Can't you see that she's fine? We've been together for a long, long time. And if they're trying so very hard to pull us apart, well, I don't care what they say. We're gonna keep on loving this way. And if they break us up, you know it will break my heart. Don't you know I love her so, and I would never, never let her go, no matter what the people may say or try to do.
Howdy, 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 howdy.
Hello, everybody.
What's up?
It is
Man,
time
the
to play.
symptoms.
The symptoms. The
Please
symptoms.
welcome to our stage, the symptoms.
I'm going to put this up
Oh.
here. Look at this. Oh, yeah. We're going to do that again. That is for sure. We are pushing this hard and heavy, everyone. The roast is coming together. It's actually together. We just have to finalize some little details on it. But there it is right there. Save the date if you haven't already heard about it. Most of you already have because you watch us every week when we talk about it repeatedly on repeat. Thank you for being here on a Thursday. Tell your friends. Share this on your page. This will be rebroadcast over on YouTube. It's actually like literally going right now on YouTube, but it'll be there if you missed it or if you have to leave early and you want to see the end of it or whatever, you can go check it out on YouTube. And if you feel like supporting the show, as usual, you can go to patreon.com/unsungdreamers or just drop us something on Venmo or Cash App or PayPal. You can just search us. We're searchable on there on Unsung Dreamers, so figure that out. I know it's Unsung Dreamers on there and it's Unsung Screamers here. If there is any confusion, feel free to write us a note and say, what the hell
Or
is going on?
go fuck yourself.
That's true, because we've told you
One of the
enough. We've told you plenty of times.
Good evening, Mark Davis. Hello, Julia.
Hi, Mark Davis.
And Cindy Lucas,
Cindy
good
Lucas.
songs, cool vibe. Yeah, man, I am so excited about what I found this week. The symptoms.
Nice.
Woo-wee. This is gold. For any of you who follow the Unsung Dreamers podcast, you will know in our interviews and conversations with local Springfield musicians, Mr. Lou Whitney has been brought up probably, well,
Definitely more than anyone.
more than anybody else here in town. He was a producer and an engineer, owned a recording studio downtown, and was responsible for so much music that came out of
For
Springfield,
so long.
Missouri. His passing actually made world news
It did.
a few years ago. This is a band that Lou used to be in called the Symptoms, which actually was way before he was in the Skeletons.
That's right.
Here's what cracked me up about this. I mean, this thing is in unbelievably good condition considering how old it is. It was recorded live amidst a studio audience
What? Really?
at Clack Track Studios in Springfield, Missouri, the recording capital of Greene County.
Recording capital of Greene County.
That's true.
That is the truth. That's right. That's right.
Here's what cracked me up. The insert, there's an
gosh.
insert. Okay, it's got this killer collage, which there might be some of you out there that are in this.
That's true.
If
They might be.
you're 70 years old,
Maybe.
you might be in this collage. Well, there's a little kid right there. Maybe that person's only like 50 years old. I don't know. But here's what look at this. The symptoms on the back of this insert, okay? They actually have their real driver's licenses and
Their socials are on there.
the social security numbers and the addresses.
What the hell?
And all of their information is totally exposed. It is not blacked out.
No, it's right there.
Those were different days. I'll tell you, that's on the insert of their record, their real social security numbers.
Julia Lake Cobb says, I love Lou Whitney. He recorded my demo and was one of my greatest encouragers and mentors. Always felt accepted around him, a hero for sure. That is so cool you got to record with him. I never even met
Yes,
him.
that is neat.
Oh, I'm so bummed I never got to meet him.
After this band, there was another band that came along called the Morels. Some of you might start to familiarize with the Morels. This was before the Morels. And then, of course, he's the probably most well known for being in the band, the Skeletons.
That's right.
So I am a happy boy finding this week. And maybe towards the end of the show, we'll play a couple more songs.
I think we said on Monday Morning Medication that you were grounded from vinyl, but now you're grounded from vinyl for sure.
I'm definitely grounded from vinyl. That record is so hard to find, next to impossible, that it was not cheap.
No, it was not.
Let's just put it this way. It was the most I've ever paid for a vinyl record in my life.
Like any vinyl ever. Yes.
Ever in my life of 50 years.
It was yeah, so now you're actually grounded from vinyl for a while anyway.
Oh,
You've
man.
had your fill. Happy birthday to you again.
Yeah, it's just an early birthday present.
all.
Let's call it that.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
So how's everyone doing?
Tell us how you are. Tell us how you're
Give
doing
us something.
this week.
Give us something. How about that heat? Hey?
Julia says still at the lake. Let's see how long this spotty internet holds out. Yeah, I can feel that pain over here too. What else did she say? She said something like, oh, that's right, Pomme de Terre. She's on Pomme de Terre. She's not the only one commenting. Cindy Lucas says, good vibe, good song, cool vibe. Mike McCorder.
I bought a K-Tel compilation record, Good Stuff, at Dig It Record Barn up by Carthage.
Like recently? Is that what you're saying? Like recently you bought this?
What's K-Tel?
K-Tel is like that, from K-Tel, that like compilation. They would say, you can get this record that has all your favorite hits from these famous people. From K-Tel. You don't remember that, Dan?
I'm not familiar with the K-Tel stuff,
All
no.
right.
But very cool. He also says it's in an actual barn, hence the name.
Gotcha.
Joshua Poole says, thanks, Dan, for the heads up on the More Power to You album. Yes, I texted Joshua when I was out record shopping. The reason why I was out record shopping is because my son Elvis turned 20 years old this week. And one of the main things that was on his list of stuff he wanted was vinyl, which was very cool. So I went out shopping, found him an amazing Gorillaz record. And in my search, I found a Petra record right over here at City Music. And I texted, because I already have this record that I found. It's called More Power to You. So I was like, I wonder if Joshua has that, because I know he's a big Petra lover, as am I. And I said, hey, they got one over at City Music. And he was like, on my way.
Nice. See?
Another thing I'll throw out there to Joshua Poole and Mike McCorder, just in case you're interested. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Record Store Day. Record Store Day, I think, is actually a national thing. It like happens all on one day, and record stores all over the country celebrate it, I guess, per se. It's when there are special releases that come out and are given to these record stores. Probably not given, but you know what I mean. For them to sell as a promotional, and it's this like 1 day a year, maybe. I'm not super familiar with it, but I know that it happens.
It's 1 day.
It's called Record Store Day, and they get all these really awesome promotional vinyl records to sell to help promote the small record shops all across the country.
Yeah.
And right now, sitting at Stick It in Your Ear, there is a pile of King's X records.
Uh-oh.
They're pretty cool, man. One of them is actually Tape Head. You guys remember Tape Head? And then, I honestly don't remember the name of the other one. But as of just yesterday or the day before, they still had 6 or 7 of each of those 2 records at Stick It in Your Ear by King's X. By your beloved King's X.
King's X.
I actually did not buy them, surprisingly, sorry, because I blew my wad on the Symptoms.
Yes, you did.
So I ran out of money and I couldn't get the King's X records. But they have them. They have them right now over at Stick It in Your Ear.
Yeah, Stick It in Your Ear is pretty cool. I like all these record shops that are going crazy with their vinyl, and Jody's in Marshfield and everything. I love it.
They're beautiful and they're new. They're not old King's X records. They're brand new. So they're just beautiful. And I think the vinyl is, I think there's some
special coloring to it.
There might be some funky shit going on with the vinyl. Like
right?
Red, like marble or some crazy shit.
Well, that's awesome.
Mike McCorder says, having never heard of K-Tel makes me question if you even know what Columbia House, and if you do, how much money do you still owe them? I do know who Columbia House is, and I do still owe them their money. I went the whole 9 yards. I don't know what it was, 11 or 12 cassettes or something.
I stuck the penny on the page, and I got my 10 albums, and I don't think I ever sent them another penny, dime, or nickel, or dollar. I think I probably still owe them. I bet they have a lot of money coming to them. If they really went for it, they were like all the people that owed us money, or they went,
I
oh, what a
loved it.
stupid business model, right?
Julia Lake Cobb says it normally happens in April. The next one is April 16th. Well, they just had one like not last Saturday, but I think the Saturday before. And Joshua, you should go down there. They have a cardboard box out on the counter.
Oh, yeah.
And it actually is Record Store Day leftovers. That's where those 2 King's X records are.
Yes, we.
So you don't have to go digging through all the shit unless they put them all away recently.
Mike, he was just at City Music, and he got the Gorillaz record there, right? At City Music.
No, I got the Gorillaz record at Stick It In Your Ear.
You said City Music a second ago.
That's where I found the Petra record.
Gotcha.
Also, check out City Music on Campbell here in Springfield for records. It's run by Jeff Moffitt from the old CD Warehouse.
Nice.
Yes, I was at City Music. That's where I found that cool Petra record for Joshua Poole.
And then there's Heavy Heads.
Yeah, Heavy Heads is cool too. And it's downtown.
And then, of course, Jody's.
And, of course, Rewind
Records.
Rewind Records, Jody
Guy
Guy Cottengim.
He was at our shop making some stuff.
Speaking of Jody Guy Cottengim, have I got a treat for you?
Uh-oh.
There's always a segment of our show. Not always.
Well, there is
But,
now for tonight.
But tonight,
All right, see you, Josh. We'll be here for a little bit. See you soon.
I have got a treat for you. All right.
I'm going to have to get out of the way, aren't I?
So here's the deal. I'm not saying this to brag. I'm just throwing it out there because it's facts, okay? I personally have headlined the Sertoma Chili Cook-Off more than any other band ever in the history of Sertoma Chili Cook-Off.
This is not bragging. This is just facts.
It's just facts. I'm just saying that to explain to you why the Sertoma Chili Cook-Off is special to me,
Yes.
why I really love and appreciate what they do, and why I did as much as I possibly could to help them and support them when I was in the band Machine Gun Symphony. No other band, and I've confirmed this, I think. I say I think because I've confirmed it with current Sertomians. Is that what they're called?
Sertomans.
Sertomans.
Or Sertomans, if you want to be critical.
I haven't gone back and read the biography of the Sertoma Chili
Sertoma
Cook-Off,
Chili Cook-Off.
but I have checked with people who are heavily involved in the event, and they have confirmed that I, in fact, have headlined the Sertoma Chili Cook-Off more than any other, not me, but Machine Gun Symphony, with me in it, more than any other band ever, and probably ever will.
Yeah.
Because Machine Gun back in those days, the Dan Fritz Machine Gun and Sertoma Chili Cook-Off went together like Reese's peanut butter cups. Yeah.
For about 5 years? Wasn't it 5 years?
Krista Meadows said I should get a lifetime supply of chili. That is true.
From all the vendors. All the vendors should send a cup of chili every week. One
Okay,
of them
so I'm not
tiny
going to
little
go on
cups.
about that. I just wanted to make that point because Sertoma Chili Cook-Off is a big deal to me.
Yes.
So I'm up at Rewind Records in Marshfield. Jody Guy Cottengim's record store, which is actually inside of a really cool little
Really nice
antique / flea market.
flea market, yeah.
And there's this poster on the wall that he has for sale there. And it is the Sertoma Chili Cook-Off from 2001. It's 20 years old. And the bands that played there were like the Ozark Mountain Daredevils, like
Big Smith.
Hootie
and the Hellcats.
Yes, and the Domino Kings.
Alan Ross and Bongo Babe.
And it's all autographed by all the members of the. There's Steve Cash signed it. Fucking Lou Whitney signed it. Fucking John Dillon signed it. Fucking Mark Ballou, and the list goes on.
Yeah.
I told Jody guys like, man, I need that poster because Sertoma Chili Cook-Off is a big deal to me. And so he was like, it's yours. I'll go pick it off the wall because I wasn't even there. I was down here in Springfield and I texted him. I was like, man, I really want that Sertoma Chili Cook-Off poster. He was like, all right, I'll go grab it off the wall so nobody else buys it and we'll hook up later. Well, he came and worked a little bit at my shop this week because he was wanting to make these cool boxes for his record store that's going to hold all of his records and he can travel with them and all these kinds of things. He works a couple hours at the shop. I helped him out and we figured it out and designed it and did all these kinds of things. He's not familiar with woodworking tools, so I helped him out. And then he built 6 boxes for his records. He goes and loads them up in his truck. He comes out of his truck and walks back into my shop with this.
I gotta get out of the way.
Oh, it's a beauty.
Tip it
It
back.
is a beauty.
There you go.
So I got to take the glare off.
Look at that.
Look at that, man. Saturday, February, what is that, 17th or 11th?
17th.
2001. Get a load of these bands that played there. If I can show you. Ozark Mountain Daredevils. We already said that.
Yeah.
I can't really read them.
Here, back up. I'll read them.
Yeah, you read them.
So right here, Big Smith, Domino Kings, Ozark Mountain Daredevils, The Morels, M-Doc, Howie and the Hillcats, Bongo Babe, Manal and Ross, Thurston Howell, The Websters, and Todd Dalziel. Dalziel, I don't know who that is, but I
And
know
is there
everybody
some more over here?
No, that's just live music, blah, 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 blah.
Look at that, man. Is that so bitchin' or what?
Yep.
Check it out. There's
Lou Whitney is right there.
Yeah, Lou Whitney
And
is
Steve
signed
Cash
right there.
is right there.
Steve Cash over there.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool, man. You're getting a lot of wows, and that's pretty amazing and awesome and all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah,
Look at that.
man.
Yeah.
It's mine now.
I just got to find a spot for it now because we've got so much shit in our kitchen. Maybe it'll go up in here somewhere. We'll start covering the green screen or
I
something.
already know where it's going.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it's going on the back of that door right there.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
So anyway, how cool is that?
That's right. Mike says, sweet poster of Springfield music history. You're
Oh,
damn right.
man.
Yep.
I mean, the whole thing was worth Steve Cash's autograph.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And
lose, because I never
I
got
don't
to
care
meet
about
him.
that John Dillon guy.
We know him.
That's a joke!
He hung out in our studio, so, you know.
Episode number...
44. Episode 44, ladies and gentlemen. John Dillon.
A much gigantic, huge thank you to Jody Guy for letting me have that poster in trade for
Your
using my
phone
shop.
ringer is on.
And
I'm going to beat your ass.
and check out and support his little side hustle record store that he's got going.
Rewind Records.
People born in 2001 can drink now. That's true.
No, not
It's
yet.
close. It's close.
Not yet.
You get her point. Don't take away from her
Okay,
joke.
sorry.
Anyway.
Because I was going to say Elvis is only 20. Wait, hang on.
Okay, but it was
I thought my math was wrong.
Dude, it was a good tag.
Okay.
Why did you have to take away from Krista Meadows' tag with your technicalities? You sound like Jared Isaacs right now. She's just making a funny point.
They can drink if you let them at your house.
Holy crap. So that was pretty cool. I got, and I don't know how you all feel. Do you have anything? I
Just-
feel like I'm doing all the talking.
You are always anyway. So, this side note, I just want to let everybody know once again, is if you see him sweating, he's fine. He's not having another episode.
No.
It is again, we have no air conditioning in the house, so
It's hot as fuck
it's
out
hot
here.
as fucking balls, and I'm wearing black, and I'm sweating, and all my makeup. So I brought my powder to redo my powder if I need to cover my shine. So if you see him sweating, it's not another episode. Just mind you, he's doing very well lately. So.
Good point, Mark Davis. Did any of us wait till we were 21 to drink?
I did. I totally did. Believe it or not, the drunk that I am now, I waited until long after 21 to start drinking.
All right, well, I don't know how a lot of you feel about this. I'm sure there's be few of you that are very disappointed in me. But I had to do it. So
Good for you, Krista.
I slaughtered many ants this week. To the tune of probably 10,000 plus would be just my guesstimate. Mike said the first thing he tried was a Long Island. That's so funny because one of the first things I drank was a Long Island iced tea too.
True.
And I could barely walk.
Hi, Doug. I never drank alcohol, he says.
Oh, you're so much better than us, Doug.
He's a liar. He doesn't drink much, but
Liar.
he has before. He turns into Taz whenever he drinks. But anyway,
I
go ahead.
killed many ants, but I will assure you, any of you who are disappointed in the fact that I killed thousands upon thousands of ants,
thousands.
the Krista says the ants will haunt you, and that's actually part of my story.
Part of the story.
I was going to give some credit to the universe for kicking my ass for killing ants. So here's what happens. I've got this trailer that I'm trying to sell, and attached to the tongue of the trailer is like this long toolbox.
Yeah.
It's not really a toolbox. It's like a place that you can stick like life vests and stuff because the trailer holds kayaks. Okay.
Yeah.
So this box is probably about 3.5 feet long by about a foot front to back and probably about a foot tall. It's got this openable lid. All right. So I throw it up for sale. I get somebody who wants to buy it. I'm like, okay, I strike a deal with this person. I go to get the trailer out of the yard of my shop, and I pop open this toolbox, which is silver. The toolbox is silver, okay? It's a really beautiful silver.
It's got that tread plate silver metal.
It was
tread
probably
plate.
made in China.
China.
Doug stopped drinking because he turns into a big giant fucking 6-year-old.
I've seen it. I still will.
I've seen it.
I've seen it. Doug, I'll never forget your birthday in Farmington, New Mexico with the Snickers and the Cool Whip. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay, so it's a silver toolbox, and when I open it up, it is black inside. Black lid, sides, bottom. There's so many ants in there that they are literally covering the color of the fucking toolbox that is bolted to the tongue of this trailer. Of course, I can't have somebody drive up from Branson to buy my trailer
Here
and
you
just
go.
leave about 500,000 ants inside of this toolbox. So I'm like, shit. So I hooked it up to my Jeep and I take it to the car wash.
I wish you had videoed this.
In Rogersville.
This would have been priceless. Talk about TikTok.
Joshua says, see what Jody has to offer at
Really, you're gonna
Rewind
read
Records.
that?
Yes,
It's a shameless promo. Can't you tell?
Oh, it is?
Yes, I saw it.
See what
first.
Jody has to offer at the Rewind Records by watching his weekly segment on the Audio Rose podcast, Sunday at 5 p.m. This week's episode, Lady Gaga Classic Albums.
You sound so much
They
like
promote
Jared.
their show on our show whenever they can. It's Jared Spam. These guys are ruthless and
Ruthless,
they're rude.
yeah.
They're rude. I
But
was in the
it's-
middle of a story.
It's working.
All right, so I pull
Thank
into
you, Cindy.
the...
Cindy also says Jared Spam. Perfect.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I pull into the car wash. It's one of those that you do yourself. And I turn the little sprayer thing on. Do you remember what I told you the toolbox was? It was about 3.5 foot wide by about a foot front to back and about a foot deep.
Maybe a
from
little more
top
than
to
a foot
bottom.
deep.
Maybe a little more. Mm-hmm. So I get the big hose.
The power sprayer.
The power sprayer. And I knew this was going to happen. Listen, I am not so ignorant that I didn't know it was going to happen. I was already kind of careful to position myself in such a way that I would hopefully miss it, that it would hopefully not become a part of my life, right? So I tried to get in this position. I held out the sprayer. I put it on full blast, and I start hitting down that 3.5 foot long toolbox, and the pressure sprayer gets to the end, and a tidal wave of water and ants comes right up into my face and lands all over my fucking face and my body, and I look down, and I am covered in thousands of ants and water, and they're all like kind of like loopy because they don't know if they're drowning or not, and there's specks all over my fucking face, and I had to keep swooshing this toolbox out, and the fucking tidal wave fucking shit's going up all over the damn ceiling and all over me, and there's little dots of ants everywhere, and I was covered in ants.
I'm going back to Chris's comment before she even heard this story. The ants will haunt you.
I know.
You didn't even know what it was going to happen, and you were completely right. Yeah, Krista also says, "Oh my God," and Julia says, "Gross." Cindy Lucas says, "Yuck."
I was trying to jump out of the way. So I'm like, well, this ain't gonna fucking work. I had a drill in my Jeep, so I took my drill out and I went back to the toolbox and I drilled 2 big holes in the bottom of it so that the water would drain. The water and ants would. It was like an ant broth.
Chris Schneider, protein.
Yeah,
There
it
you
was.
go. I bet you ate some.
It was. I was like,
I'm sure you
and it
ate
happened
some.
so fast. It just went, and I'm like, oh my God.
Mark Davis says, I would have lost my freaking mind.
I actually like dropped the pressure hoser thingy, and I was like, ah! And then I'm using the pressure hoser thingy.
What, did you peel some skin with the pressure hoser thingy?
No, I left it on the, don't spray it. I left it on the,
Oh, the
you know
drizzle.
when you don't spray it,
The
and it
little-
kind of has that little beep.
The little drizzle.
So I left it on the drizzle, and I'm like literally spraying like huge drips of ants off of me. And I went ahead and just put it in my face a little bit because I knew I didn't have a mirror handy, but I knew my face had to be covered in like 1,000 ants.
I wish I was there so bad.
Oh, if there was video.
You should have just, you know what? Next time you do anything like that, you should just set up a camera.
I
just
knew
in
it was
case.
going to happen. I knew that the way that
You
deep...
knew it was going to happen.
No,
and you
I
didn't
did.
video it.
I did know it was going to happen. I just thought I could maybe jump out of the way, or maybe it would splash onto the other side.
You thought you could get the right angle.
Yeah, doing the geometry of
Yeah,
figuring out how
yeah.
to not get it to go right in my fucking face is what I was trying to avoid.
Well, you failed.
But I failed, and then I was like, maybe I should try it this way. And I turned the pressure on. Psh, boom! Happened again.
Oh my God.
Boom! And there's still millions of ants inside of the damn toolbox.
Freaking dork. Oh my God.
All right. So anyway,
Yeah.
the universe paid me back.
The
for
universe
my ant
Paid you
slaughter.
back. Oh, Cindy says, "What? I wonder if the car wash has a security camera."
Oh
you
man,
could call them. Oh
we
my
should
God.
check. It's the one in Rogersville.
We should check on that so hard, and that would be the best thing ever.
All in all, it ended up happening about 6 more times.
All right, Chris has sent a
I just
paragraph.
couldn't help it.
Chris's paragraphs have been award-winning, so go ahead, Dan.
All right, here we go. Krista Meadows, always good. I was once covered from chest to ankles in ticks.
Ah!
Woo!
No!
Yes.
Now I feel like I have ticks on me.
I kept breathing slowly and deep as to not panic as I quickly began scraping them off into a shower. Miraculously, not one bite. The anxiety and trauma, however. Then again, I'd rather relive that than some real life shit lately.
I hear you, babe. Hope you're doing good, by the way. I
True
meant to
that.
check on you.
How did you get that many ticks on you? Was it those seed ticks?
those
Did you
little-
did you jump into like a seed tick nest or something?
Oh my God.
Usually them seed ticks will cover you like paint
Yep. Speaking of live
if
shit,
you hit a nest.
I just want to send a kudos out to Ruth Ann Wood Humiston, a girl I went to high school with, who just absolutely found recently the love of her life in Richard Turner. And she also found out she has stage 4 cancer, follicle cancer. Weird, right? And so she's up in Colombia right now, and she's also contracted COVID at the same time, and her chemo treatments are kind of busting her ass with the COVID. So prayers to, hugs to, vibes to Ruth Ann. If you guys are a prayer, if you guys are a hugger, a virtual hugger, whatever you can do, send some good vibes up towards Colombia to a lovely woman named Ruth Ann. So just want to throw that in there. Didn't want to bring anybody down, but
All
I
right,
wanted to
the
put that out
show's
there.
over.
I didn't want to bring anybody down. I was going to do it at the top of the show and forgot.
No, it's a bad deal.
It's a bad deal, and shit happens like that. And like I said, like Krista just said, she's got some life shit lately too. So shit happens, and we're all here to send vibes out to each other. So that's just a little something we can try to do.
So the big dick went up to space
The
this
big
week
penis
inside
rocket.
of his penis-looking rocket.
Oh, the big dick went up to
The
space.
big dick
in his
went to
big
space
penis rocket.
in his penis-looking rocket. Mm-hmm. I don't really have much to say about it. I loved that he brought.
Thank you, Julia. Yes, that's right.
What was her name?
Wally Funk.
Wally Funk.
Wally Funk. Say that out loud.
The Wally Funk element of that story, I think, is actually
It's the
pretty
best.
cool. But it's not enough, Jeff. Ew. And his name's Jeff.
I know.
There's no good Jeffs. Does anybody know a good
Does
Jeff?
anybody know a good
I don't know
Jeff?
any good Jeffs.
That's crazy, right?
They're all terrible people.
I gotta give you some more of this because I'm drinking it all.
And anyone that graduated, sorry, Mike McWhorter, this one might hit you.
I think he's actually
it might
younger.
hit you, but if anyone graduated in the year 1984, You're a fucking weirdo. You're a weirdo. I love you.
You got problems.
I love you. I'm not saying I got any problems with you, but the class of 1984
You're weird.
is some weird ass folks.
Anyone?
Oh, I know tons of people that have.
No, I mean any of
that
you
are friends of mine.
Yes, any of you got some? Yeah. Oh, okay, Julia. Good point. Jeff Bridges. He's the dude in The Big Lebowski. That's a good Jeff. That is right.
Mike's 88. Okay.
I thought so. I thought he was his age.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure where he hit.
Robert Crook, 87, right?
Robert Crook is 87. All
You're
right.
fine.
Everyone's clear so far.
Everyone's clear so far. I know Krista's much younger. Oh, Jeff Daniels. Yes. There's another good Jeff.
Okay.
Hey,
maybe there's a couple good Jeffs.
Only a couple.
How about Jeff Dunham?
Jeff Dunham. Some people think he's a douche.
No, yeah, he's kind of a douche, actually.
He says
Mark
things,
Davis is 87.
87. Jeff Dunham says things through his puppets that he really wants to say, and he sounds all innocent.
Dave Plemons says, "Hey, that's me, you jerk." And Dave Plemons is totally
84,
weird.
84, and he's a
That's
weirdo.
what I love about Dave Plemons. That's why we're friends.
Hi, Christy Pressler. Good to see you. Jeff Dunham
all makes
seems
sense
like
now.
a decent dude, but I'm concerned with the hand-up asses.
We are totally different on different pages. I am talking.
I know, so was I. Sorry. Welcome to my world. So, Dave Plemons is an 84 guy, and now you know. Now you're saying, yeah. The comments are coming in.
Jeff Foxworthy.
The dude abides also. I can't read that.
I know there's good Jeffs out there. I was just making a Jeff Ward joke.
Foxworthy. Yeah, it was totally a Jeff Ward
It was just a Jeff Ward joke. Come on. You guys know inside jokes, don't you?
That's right, Julia, Tara, me, and Mike McWhorter, class of 88, 88, 88. 80, 80, 80, 80, 88. That's right. My sister's class of 84 and can confirm craziness, she says.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent. Excellent. Doug Fuller, what are you saying? I can tell you that there are over 25,000 species of bugs, including giant ants, living in the jungles of Panama. What the fuck are we talking? What?
Don't be a Jeff.
Chris Meadows, don't be a Jeff. I'm going to wear that T-shirt.
Oh, my gosh.
Get that T-shirt.
Just to be crystal clear, I love Dave Plemons. I've been friends with him longer than anybody in this virtual room right now.
That's true. That is true.
Including Tara.
Yeah.
He's a good dude, but he kind of has that 88. He's kind of got that 88 kind of thing. 84, I mean. He's kind of got that 84 thing.
You were cool in 88.
I was there for training in the Army in 1985 and experienced most of them at some point, mostly at night. The bugs he's talking about.
Bugs, yes, sir. Ugh. I don't like bugs.
Oh, speaking of bugs, check this out. So we're working in the shop. Actually, today.
Oh, my God. Do we have a picture?
Actually, today. I didn't take one. And
I know Davey did.
While we're working in the shop, this all black tarantula comes crawling out into the middle of the shop floor, but he was a little guy. He's a little baby. He was probably
big. He was a big spider, but a little tarantula.
Oh, he was a fucking big spider,
Yeah.
but when you think tarantula, you kind of think tarantula.
But he was
just a little guy.
Had his hairy legs
Had
and
the
everything.
hairy legs. He was all black, no markings. Just come crawling
Had
right
his
up.
bangs. You could see his bangs.
Crawling right up under one of our work tables. We're like, oh my gosh, it is so bitchin'. And so we're taking pictures. We're just kind of like, this is so cool.
Like dummies, we didn't.
And we're kind of like, oh, what do we do? What do we do?
Mike
And
McWhorter,
so-
big spider, little spider equals dead spider. Not in this case.
The tarantulas I'm okay with. I actually used to have I had my son Elvis had a tarantula
Which
when
means
he was
you had
little
one.
as a pet. Yeah, which basically means I had one.
Just like Bono has a bearded dragon.
So
no,
I
we
had
do.
gotten used to tarantulas in particular. So I'm like, oh, it didn't really freak me out. Plus, he was moving kind of slow. He was kind of moving in that tarantula kind. He wasn't a runner or a jumper. He just was cruising
He just had a
through the
mission.
shop.
It looked like he was on a mission just to go.
All right, so we're like, all right, this is so cool, man. Blah blah blah. Take some pictures. So then he crawled up on this piece of plywood. And one of the guys working with us, he just took the piece of plywood and he carried it all the way out to the front of our yard of our
50
shop.
yards.
It was probably in the neighborhood of 40 to 50 yards.
50 yards.
And he shook him off the plywood out in the yard. So he comes back in.
And then he goes on a job.
And then him and his son take off and they go to lunch.
Oh, lunch.
Okay. So They're gone for lunch for a little while, probably half hour, 45 minutes. I was coming back from picking some stuff up, so I kind of come pulling in. I sort of walk out to the front of our building. It has an overhead door. I'm standing right there in the front of the building. And here he comes!
He made it back!
Motherfucker came back. He was right there getting ready to walk right back into the shop.
He was like on a mission.
I was like, the tarantula's back!
In like a perfect westward. It was like perfectly west. He was just, he was back 2 feet from the opening of the door, he was dropped like 40, 50 yards away.
He was marching back to the shop. I don't know
Unless it was another one.
Man, it was the exact match, and I haven't seen any tarantulas out there since we've been there. Mm-mm. So, I mean, I don't know. It could have been maybe a nest of babies that just kind of, I would think babies would be smaller than that.
Well, he was like a teenager.
He was like a teenager.
Because he was this big, but, he wasn't.
He was bitching, dude. We were going to keep it. I actually kind of...
You put it in a plastic jug and poked holes.
Picked it up. I put it in a plastic jug. I was like, man, it'd be cool to get an aquarium.
I
and
didn't
then
see it.
Kind of do this. And then later I was just like, nah, I don't want to fucking be responsible for this thing dying. I already feel bad about my 10,000 ants. So I carried him way to the back of the shop this time, and I let him go
behind the shop, not
behind
inside
the shop, not in the front.
I didn't hear what you did because I just saw the jug was gone, so I didn't know what you did. He'll be back tomorrow, I bet. What's Mark
Davis.
saying?
We were playing a gig once, and right in the middle of the song, the drums abruptly stopped. And then a bunch of clanging and clashing. We looked back, and a spider had crawled onto the snare.
And their drummer freaked.
Oh my gosh, so good.
I don't know the exact story because I wasn't in Bad Habit yet, but there is, two members of the Saints now, but Bad Habit back then are Kelly Bowman and Jeff Ward, and they are deathly afraid of spiders. And one of them played a joke on the other, and I can't remember the story. So sometime we're going to have to get them to recite that frickin' story because somebody lowered a spider on the other one. And I know it's like give away the punchline, but I'm just saying somebody has to tell that story because it's crazy. And one of them dropped their shit. I can't remember who did it to the other. Or they did it to each other. That's probably more likely. I don't remember. The whole time the little spider was like, what the fuck? Let me go, you asshat. That's probably true. That's what I was thinking when we put it in the little plastic thing because I was like,
very true.
We're not keeping him here because he's just going to die. So you let him go, which is great.
He was so cool looking though.
Yeah,
like he was like black on black, bro.
He was totally blacked out.
He was like, have you ever seen a drum set that's black on black?
Yeah. Nah.
And they look so unique and they look so different. Or a motorcycle that's black on black.
Yeah.
You know how they just instantly look like so like different and cool?
I had a truck like that.
That's what this tarantula looked like. It was awesome. Anyway, so that was eventful.
Very, very. We didn't talk much about the penis rocket. There's not much to it, right? So we talked about
we just talked about Jeff Bezos as a dick.
That's true.
I don't think there's anything else to talk about. I don't really care about
You're
that
right.
guy.
Okay, fine.
Very
fine.
uninteresting to me.
Yep, but you had to mention it. It was cool.
I've used Amazon a bunch of times, so I helped him get rich. So I don't really have much room to talk about how big of a rich dick he is. I helped him get there.
That's true.
That's the truth. Mm-hmm. So anyway, what else? Speaking of bugs and playing music, let's go down that road.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I know your story, but you should tell it.
Remind me of what we're talking about.
Bugs and music.
Oh, my story? Yeah. So I'm playing this.
It'd be more interesting than your Jeff Ward story that never had an ending.
That's because you're not interested in Jeff Ward.
No, you're just like, it was really cool. It was you really have to know the story
because I don't know the exact story, and I even started by saying we should get them on here to tell it,
and then it just ended. Here's a story I don't know, but I'm going to talk about how I think I know what it might be. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead. Bugs and playing music?
So
I know we've got some stories out there. We've already heard one about the drummer.
So I was on tour with the Statler Brothers.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. For like 5 years. And so I was opening up and at this amphitheater in Michigan, and I wish I could remember. It's outside of Detroit, and I can't remember. It's outside of Flint. I can't remember. I'm sorry, I can't remember.
Oh my God, nobody cares. What's the bugging story?
This is why I talk fast, everybody. I have
No,
to
it's
talk
not.
fast because I get talked over.
No, it's not. I've been with her for years now, and if she doesn't remember the exact specific city and town and township and the county, it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters. I care about you, baby, and I'm very interested in your stuff. But
It's so fucking hot in
I
here.
can't remember.
Oh, God. Would you please get the air conditioning fixed?
It matters. I gotta get it fixed.
Well, yeah. I'm doing other stuff. Oh, my God.
Chris
Thank
said,
you. Thank
He
you.
can explain the dimensions of a fucking toolbox for 5 minutes. But Tara can't explain for 2 seconds where her show was.
Thank
All
you.
right, fair enough.
Thank you for the acknowledgement and the notice of that, Krista Meadows. Appreciate
All right.
that.
I stand humbled.
And Mike's like, end game, get to the end game. Well, you're on Dan's side, asshole. Shit. No. Okay. Anyway, so I'm singing. It's outside and blah, blah, blah. And the shows usually start at about 7:30, so it's kind of dusky. It was summer. And up in Michigan, it's still nice and warm, but it was still dusky around 7:30. So I'm singing, ba, 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 la, 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 la. Big note at the end of my Martina McBride song. And I'm like, da, and a dragonfly flies right in my mouth. A dragonfly. Ha ha. Big note at the end of Martina McBride's Broken Wing.
It wasn't like a flea?
No!
Was it a fly?
No!
Was it a little bitty bee?
No! It was a fucking dragonfly! And I'm in front of, like, a very gospel-y, Christian, conservative crowd, and I cannot cuss. And when I did this, I wanted to curse, whatever you call it, so bad. And it was like, oh my God, the only thing I could do was and spit that sumbitch out. I think it actually flew away. So it was so quick. But it was, dragonflies are like this wide and that long. It was the same show, the same show that I had been wearing fake press-on fingernails because I thought that's what like chick singers were supposed to do. And I had an itch in my ear, and I itched my ear, and my fingernail came off and stayed in my ear for the rest of the show. That same fucking night.
Mike McCorder wants to know what species of dragonfly. We need details.
Thank you for your interest in letting me talk more. See what he's doing there? Oh, she said the same thing.
What were the dimensions of the dragonfly?
And I had already said that. Yes, I said like 2-inch wingspan, 2.5-inch, 3-inch body.
Holy
I'm just
crap.
saying. I am just saying, large in size, regular, normal ass, striped freaking, because they were buzzing around the stage the whole time. Like the whole time I'm singing, it's like mirror, 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 ding, bang, the whole time landing on the monitors and getting up and going away. Apparently there was some water nearby. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, it was easily that big by that big. Freaking goddamn.
At what temperature do fake fingernails fall off? We need details.
Now they're just fucking with me.
Guys, I know you're giving me shit, especially Krista
No, they're
Meadows, but
giving
I'm
me
telling
shit.
you, I have heard every road story of Tara's ever, and every single one of them almost goes down to the mile marker. Like, I think we were in, let's see, what was it? Mile marker 76 in Edwardsville, Indiana, Greene County.
Why are you making fun of me?
I'm not
for that?
making fun. I'm not making fun. I love
Maybe
that
that's
you.
a good thing.
No, I love that you still have all those
You
details.
have so many stories that just go you go exaggerate to no end.
No, I love that you tell all those details. I love it. The joke is on me.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's really impressive how many times I've heard those details.
Thank you.
And
Matt Stewart, hi Matt, good to see you. So you're saying 2 to 3 inches is large? Yes, sir.
Woohoo!
And it was in my mouth.
Tara can handle 2 to 3 inches in her mouth.
What kind of show is this? Oh. She's aware of her surroundings. Perfect warrior.
The perfect warrior.
Thank you, dog. There
That
we
is
go.
true.
She's always prepared to report her own whereabouts. Thank you. See? I got
No,
some.
I know.
It is hot in
I'm
here.
ultimately saying it's fucking awesome.
So fucking hot in here.
I'm ultimately saying it's fucking
Are ya?
awesome.
Are ya? Dan versus Tara with round
Round
577 SmackDown. Yes. And I'm out of booze. We drank a bottle of wine already.
If you were with somebody that collected
Oh my God.
action figures when they were younger,
Yes,
okay?
it's hotter than Satan's titties.
And so, let's say on a random Monday they woke up and they said, "Hey, did you know I had a Spider-Man from 1973?" And you're like, "Oh my God, that is so cute! I love that you collected action figures when you were younger. Oh, that's so cool." Blah blah
oh, it's
blah.
Kate. Hi, Kate.
Oh man, I just love that you love that I did that. And, and we love each other. So then a couple days later, he's like, "Oh, I wanted to let you know, I also had like an Aquaman. He was more like 1976. Oh my gosh, that is so cool, Aquaman. I loved Aquaman, blah, blah, blah." And it goes over really well, right? So then like 2 days later, he's like, "I had two Batmans. I had this one Batman that was this, and I had this one Batman that was that." And you're just like, "Batman, yes, Batman is so cool." Like, and you talk about the movie that came out. And then like 2 days later, he's like, "I had Superman." "You had Superman too?" Like, "Yeah, like I had them all. I collected everything. It was super cool. I had a Superman from 71, Superman from 78, and I had a different Superman in 83, but it was only issued by this company for just a couple of months. I actually have that one. It's really, really rare." And you're like, "Oh my God, that is so cool that you collected those." So then the next week he was like, "Oh, I wanted to tell you something. I also had the Hulk. I had these Hulks that were really cool, but they were, some of them were actually kind of scaled to the 72 Supermans, but it was different." And you're like, "That is so cool. I love that." It's like, "Yeah, that's so cool." And like, "Oh, and then I also had the Penguin and the Joker. They were from the original Batman," like this, okay? Now which is wonderful. It's wonderful. Now just live with that guy for 5 years. I'm joking. Oh my gosh.
If any of you listen to Monday Morning
I
Medication,
am gonna get slaughtered by Kristen
I'm gonna
Meadows.
shut you. I'm gonna have Tara uninterrupted here in a minute. If any of you listen to Monday Morning Medication, you know that he has a son that was very, very, very uptight about the size of his trees versus his dinosaurs. Like he had to have everything very precise. This is Elvis, who is 20 now, and he's very much the same way. And yet he gives me shit about details. He gives me shit about details. Really?
I'm
Really?
not giving you
Really?
shit.
Yes, you are. What the- try living with that for a while.
I just
Try that.
No, I still think it's cute.
Try that.
No, I still think
I think it's cute, but try living
No,
with that.
I still think it's
Oh my
awesome.
God, I've got it so bad. Oh my God.
I'm not
You
saying I
are
got
the
it
most
bad.
spoiled fucking brat on the planet. And you want to give me shit about my storytelling. Holy fucking shit.
I'm not
Oh.
giving you shit.
You're not? What
No,
do you call
I'm
it?
saying I love it. I think it's beautiful.
You love
I think
it, but
it's
try
amazing.
living with that.
No.
Are you fucking kidding me right now? Mark Davis says, "If looks could kill." Yeah, Tara's expression says, "Who cares? Shut up, Dan. Endgame, endgame." Oh my God. Yeah,
God.
Jeff. Hi, Jeff. Yeah, you in the shitter now, Dan. Jeez, oh, pizza fucking place. I swear to God.
I'm saying I love it.
We're getting ready for the roast. That's what this is about. He's firing me up so I tell my jokes with fierceness. My fierceness. Krista Meadows, I hope to God you're there. And if you want to come on stage and bitch him out, please let us know. I'll have you
Krista
up on the
says, "Dan,
fucking
that was a
dais."
very long analogy to try to admit you can't stay hard anymore."
I love you so much, Krista Meadows. Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
Having a good time.
Oh, so be at the roast August 19th. Yes, Jeff Ward is here. He's on the dais. Absolutely. He's going to give shit and take shit. That sounds gross. Don't mean it that way. But
Oh, it's funny. Some of the people we've talked to that plan on being there on the dais, it's like here just in the last couple of weeks, there's been some real snippy, snarky texts between us.
Oh, I know.
Pick whoever.
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh man, I'm sorry I got so snippy and snarky, but I've been trying to write roast jokes
Yeah.
for the last 2 weeks, and so now everything." I think that's why I just went down that road with you.
I just said that. See, but you don't
yeah,
listen to me, so
okay,
I just said that.
I know you just said it. I'm confirming it.
Okay, all right. All right, I'm fair.
You just get in your head like you're driving down the road and you're just constantly thinking of something sarcastic to say to somebody.
Yeah. And that is one
because
thing
you're
you can
trying
say.
to write all these roast jokes, and then all of a sudden you start living it like at come and go. Like
Start being snarky to
just
your
being
come-and-go
ass to
people.
the guy trying to sell you, you know.
You're like, oh yeah, I had a nice shirt. Da, da, da. You're like, oh sorry, I'm practicing for a roast. Sorry. Oh, Julia says update.
Oh gosh.
Update on the roast. The
Who
Amadeus.
has been announced for the Amadeus
And
so far?
who else are we revealing?
Who has been revealed so far has been Jeff Ward, Shane Jennings, Jared Isaacs. Who else have we told them about?
I think it was these two last week.
Jay Stevens is going to do a thing. He's going to do
a
an
submission.
appearance. He's not going to be live in person, but he'll kind of be there. And Russ Weatherby will be sending in video. And Mama Fritz, that is correct. Mama Fritz. Michelle McBride, we've already told you about, is coming as on the dais. I said Jared.
Right here.
Oh, so if you want some new announcements, one of them is Sean Clausen,
Owner of Marty's Sports Bar.
the owner of Marty's
And a good
Sports
friend of ours
Bar.
for many, many years.
You sure that wasn't said last week? Well, even if
I
it
just
was.
pointed at it because it was, but go on.
Okay. Sean Clausen was last
These
week.
were last week mentioned. So we got some new additions we want to mention. The ones that are not marked are not mentioned yet.
That are not marked?
Correct.
Well, then Christy Pressler is
Christy
going to make
Pressler!
an appearance. She has confirmed an appearance. And I have someone that plans on being on the dais, have confirmed being on the dais. Many of you on this thread probably don't know who he is, but he was a member of Johnny Q Public.
An original founding
An original
member.
founding member, kind of founding.
I know. He was on MTV.
He was on MTV.
Put it that way. Look at Christy. Christy's
our
like,
bass player,
look at her. She's like,
our bass player at the time, Ken Bassam.
You talking about the roast? Yes, we're talking about the roast, Miss Krista. Yes.
You talking about the roast? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Yes, we're talking about it. We're talking about the effing roast. So, yes. So, Christy Pressler is going to make an appearance, but you're talking about somebody else. Go ahead.
Me?
Yes. You
No,
were
I already. I
You didn't
just
say
said.
his name or anything.
Yeah, I did. I said Ken Bassam.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. So, yeah, there's a couple more announcements before we get there. And then I think there's a couple more that are on the dais, and we'll announce them maybe next week. Wait, yeah, we'll do that next week, right?
Yeah, we can do that next week. So,
If you're not in Wisconsin, I'll be there. Hey, make up your mind right now. It's August 19th. It's a Thursday. So, yeah, make up your mind right now.
Kristen Meadows would enjoy it. I think. This is going to be really weird because you
It's
can
gonna be
watch
harsh.
these on TV, like on Comedy Central, and you got people like Jeff Ross and
Lisa Lampanelli.
and some of these like comedians that have done this like their entire life, and they kind of have the production and the $1 million show, you know, shots and the lighting and the set is amazing all the time, and the wardrobe and everything else, and so. We're kind of doing like a local version of that. It's kind of like a cover roast.
It's a cover roast. How appropriate, right?
It's a cover roast. And so...
I'd enjoy it very much. I'm very familiar with a good roast. I used to self-cut. I'm all about it. Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
Yeah,
That's the spirit.
She's a self-deprecator when she does her comedy. So, yeah.
That's the spirit.
She's all about it, Krista. Thank you.
Anyway,
Yes.
And so obviously we're not, we can't pull that off because we need $1 million to do so.
Which
So
you can donate
I just
Unsung
hope
Dreamers
that-
PayPal or Venmo or Cash App if you want. That'll help us.
So I just really hope that everybody comes with like a really great and supporting attitude towards everyone that plans on trying to do it. None of us really are born to be stand-up comedians and or have ever really done this before.
Right.
So in an effort to just make everybody have a good time and for everyone to feel not stupid, because there's a high chance that all of us trying to do comedy for the first time in our lives could come off real bad. I don't think it's going to. I think everyone's getting really excited about it. And some of the feedback that you're getting as you're trying to plan it behind my back is actually coming off really, really good. However, with everything being personal and being so family, like the thing I'm more worried about than the comedy is that people don't really like actually walk away from the show like, fuck that guy.
I know. Yeah. Especially if there's people who don't really know you.
To a certain extent, we are all kind of one big family. And I mean, if the wrong thing just rubs someone the wrong way, God, I hope that doesn't happen.
Right.
It's all said in love, and doesn't matter how brutal it gets. That's the fun part.
And it's
of
your
it.
sense of humor. You do this all the time on this show. You dig on people and circumstances and bands and the entire
sometimes
town of
people
Springfield.
really get mad at me.
Yes, they do. And most of it
I
is
wish
said.
they wouldn't.
Most of it is said with this roast mentality, right? Why isn't Darren Matthews on the dais? Because he doesn't really know Dan.
Darren doesn't really. Darren hates me, but I don't think he really knows me. I don't know if he could crack some good jokes unless it was just about how much he hates me.
Right, about how much he just fucking hates
And the
that
jokes
guy.
need to be a little deeper.
There's a little deepness. There's a little love sent there too. So
Darren doesn't have that love counterpoint.
No, I don't think he does. He's extremely funny. Darren is extremely funny.
Oh yeah, he is funny.
But I don't think that he disappeared right when you came along, which is probably why he hates you. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
No, he was a former drummer of Bad Habit.
He's
was
got a
with us
bunch
for
of
while.
reasons to hate me, I guess.
Maybe, I don't know. But you didn't have a hand in that at all. That wasn't your doing.
No, I know.
But Anyway, so
whatever.
That's very funny of you to say that, Jeff. But no, he's extremely funny. And he would probably have some really good jokes. He used to do stand-up for a while. Mr. Matthews did. So, but yeah, no, he doesn't know you well enough to get on there.
I don't think he'd be able to balance.
He made us laugh until we peed. Yes.
Yeah.
You are correct. He's a funny motherfucker. That's for sure. So, we are going to start buttoning up everything for this thing, and we're literally going to have some sort of a sign as people walk in, because it's a Thursday night, so that's when Papa Green Shoes usually plays. So if people are walking in thinking they're going to see Papa Green Shoes, we want everybody to know this is not a Papa Green Shoes show, and there are going to be some very vulgar and offensive things being spoken from the stage. So we're going to have a disclaimer poster.
Because for those of you who have agreed to be on the dais, this is what's kind of interesting is if somebody walks in off the street and is just like, hey, what's happening at the Riff tonight? And they walk in and see you on stage saying the things that you're
these
saying.
horrible things.
There's a small risk that if they just don't get it, they're just going to be like, fuck that guy and his
What a dick.
band.
Like all of them. Who are these people? Fuck that guy.
That's why we're going to do the warning posters before you walk in.
Yes. And there will be, I think the Riff is going to serve some food. And, of course, I think we're going to start with, a social hour before the show actually starts and things like that. So it's going to be kind of a whole nice, long evening of stuff. Not too late.
Better get your shit together. It's only 3 weeks away.
Better get my shit together.
Yeah, this is... how many things do I got to plan for you? And now I got to plan this one, too?
You have to help, because here's the thing. Your big, gigantic, wonderful, amazing wedding that you planned for me was a surprise. This is not a surprise. So
it's not a surprise because you wanted me to plan the thing. That's why it's not a surprise. I'm just kidding.
We should all sign the poster. Yes, Mark.
Oh yeah,
that is true.
we gotta sign the poster.
The disclaimer poster. That's even funnier. But no,
I'm half tempted to have papers at the door where people gotta sign, like you're not gonna come back and
oh my God,
sue me for some kind of
some sort of
slander or some
defamation of
shit.
character.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
because fuck, I don't know how they do that. Like, I wonder if Snoop Dogg and people like that actually sign a paper like, if you get too hard on me, I won't say anything.
I don't think they care.
You wouldn't think that.
But maybe they do sign something because Jeff Ross doesn't give a shit.
Jeff Ross is brutal.
He is brutal. He's awesome.
I'm getting all my inspiration from Jeff Ross.
I know, it's fantastic. He's great. He's great. We should all sign the warning poster. Yes, I think that's a good thing. Thanks for that idea, Mark.
We just got to make sure everybody knows about it, because comedy without I'm hoping that some of our recent issues going on around here doesn't cause us to have to either cancel or be limited. And if it does, it does. But stand-up comedy in particular is very hard to do with 10 people there. I mean, you know, I've played plenty of shows musically in front of 10 people, but comedy in front of 10 people, that is, we can't do that.
No, we got to have a crowd. So anybody and everybody who is
we need a big crowd
interested in this. Oh my gosh, this is funny. Hi, Kimberly, late to the party. Good to see y'all. Cindy Lucas says, Bushmill Law can help you write your disclaimer.
Yeah, could.
Nice work, Liz, Cindy.
They could.
But yes, let's get a crowd there. So even if you're not able to attend, please promote this on your pages or wherever you can talk to your friends or whoever. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a big night. So if you, we have to have a crowd there. It's going to be,
and we won't be going live.
No. We're not broadcasting this live. So
this
you
is
have
one of those
to be
you
there.
just gotta be there.
There will be a cover charge, and we're kind of we got to pay some expenses because we got to hire a sound guy and all kinds of good stuff. But we're kind of just thinking of doing the proceeds to charity, but we haven't decided just where just yet. So. It's like in the spirit of the Friars, they always donate their shit to charity. So we're thinking about a charity of some sort. So we're thinking about that. Oh, yeah. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Are you looking at me like I just said something wrong?
No.
Because you said this to me.
No, I did.
Okay.
And then you said, no, I don't want to do that because...
Did I?
Yeah. And then now you're like, oh, we're going to do that.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bushmill. That's right. A penis in your case, Jared. A penis in the hand is worth two in the bushmill.
In the butt mill.
In the butt mill.
Did I say that out loud?
You did. You did. Anyway, I think we're getting close to the end. We should play some more Symptoms.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe at the end.
I like the Symptoms.
I wanted to do. I wanted to show a.
Were you gonna do that?
I wanted to show a thing. Once I look at these comments real quick.
Dan looks
Yeah.
like Skipper. I guess that makes Tara Marianne.
I can be Marianne. Marianne's way better than Ginger, so thank you. I like that.
Oh
very,
yeah,
very much.
Marianne's 10 times hotter
Marianne
than Ginger.
was way better than Ginger. So I just want to show something that I learned the other day. I was like last week, year old, when I learned something very, very cool. And this is the moment in the show. We don't have any kind of fancy graphics or anything, but this is the moment in the show. Listen, are the cicadas here? What the hell?
Yeah, they're loud, bro.
Wow! I guess we got cicadas in Missouri. Holy shit. This is the moment in the show. I saw this and I want to share it with you because I was last week years old when I realized this. So hang on. Hang on. All right. So, trash can, right? Right? Trash bag. Your ordinary trash bag that you...
That trash can elevated?
I will do it in a minute.
So that you can see it?
Yes, I will. So,
Here.
thank you. So, normally,
Kind of barely.
normally what we do is we get these trash bags, whatever they are, we get them and we shake them out, right? We shake them out and we poke them down in there and we turn over the edges and we make it is what it is, right? So, I learned this the other day and I'm flabbergasted and it has changed my life. So, here's the deal. They come like this, all folded up, and normally we just pull them apart and shake them, right? Well, if you look really, really closely, look at this. Look at this. The seam is on the outside. The seam, see that? The seam is on the outside, and the nice little knitted thing here. So what I learned just the other day was that you can just open the top of it, put it around the top of the trash can, like it's wearing a little hat. Put it around the trash can like this. See what I'm doing there? I'm not shaking it out. The other way, you put it around the trash can. The other way, you open one side of it so the air can go out. Boom, done. Look at that crap. And now you have the trash bag with the seams on the right side. Did anybody else know this? Did anybody else know this? I was last week years old when I discovered that. All trash bags are folded with the seams on the wrong side on purpose. So all you have to do is just open it up and poke your hand in there. Done deal. Awesome. Tip of the week from old Tara Lynn. Right there. Thank you very much. I wish we had the applause button going on. Applause, applause, applause. Anybody get their brat mugs? I don't know what that means. I don't know. Kristen says she knew that. Kristen Denar said she knew that, Daniel.
There you go.
See, I know, Kimberly.
She learned it before you.
I know, that's great. Well, I just learned it and I wanted to share it with you all. Kristen's one that knows it. Kristen Meadows says, I wish you were wearing a polka dot dress explaining that. I had my polka dot dress last week. I had the polka dots last week. Jared says, is this Tara uninterrupted? If so, I was waiting to hear about how you got rid of mushroom hair. Hey, Jared, guess what? Mushroom hair is like so 2 months ago. You're so behind the curve, man. You're so behind the curve. Mushroom hair is so yesterday. No, I'm just telling him that mushroom hair is like old news. It's like, doesn't even matter anymore. Doesn't even matter. Jared says, if you don't know about brat mugs, that tells me you missed Sunday's show. I did because I was working. I'm sorry, bro. I was working. Sorry. Jeff Ward says, glad to see Dan give up those cancer sticks. Shaking my head. I know. She's fired up. No, hashtag mushroom hair. No, it's cool. It's cool. I'm fine.
I'll let you guys pick the last couple songs we'll play. Check this out. I also scored these the other day.
Hey, Lori, good to see you.
This is hard to find. It's so fun because Tommy Dwyer is a good buddy of mine, and so I've been finding his records in places, and one of them is really expensive, and the other ones are kind of, not cheap, but they're okay. So I texted him, I was like, dude, what the fuck? Why is this thing going for a lot of money? And he said, we only did 1,000 of those when we pressed them. I was like, oh, well, that kind of makes sense. So there's only 1,000 of them.
Back in the day.
And I found one! So, who do we want to listen to as we end the show? We could play some more Symptoms from their live show. Or look at this. Look at that! Are you jelly? If you care.
What's your glare?
So good. That right there is not a... Look, I even still have the price tag on it.
Don't show the price.
Hey.
All the more reason he is now grounded from more vinyl for a while.
That one right there, you're going to have a hard time finding that. And it's in beautiful condition. I also got this Fool's Face record, which is awesome. Tell America. And I'm not done yet. Oh, boy. Look at that one. That's a good one. But I also have, Julia Lee Cobb will appreciate this one. Mike McCorder remembers staying up all night.
I don't remember them playing Fool's Face. I don't know. I don't remember that, Mike.
L5, I think, is what he was talking about.
Rock 99 was my station, man.
I also found a record by the Morels. Look at that. Look at that shit. Wanted to record it on cassette. All right, so we have a vote for L5. Mike McWhorter, you don't have to stay up all night. I'll play the some bitch for you right now.
All right. So we're going to call it an evening. Be sure to listen to Monday Morning Medication on the audio version of the podcast. And we also have Sade Shine's interview is out right now. Cassandra Carson's coming out real soon. Yeah, that Cassandra Carson. You know, Paralandra, you know, that girl.
For those of you who don't know, yeah, Paralandra's coming out. The drummer of this band used to be in a band called Funhouse.
You're laughing.
I'm laughing because I hate that band name.
Can I tell
hate
my
it.
joke about the title of that album?
This
It's
one?
not even a joke. It's just a fact.
Tell America?
Yeah.
Sure.
Tommy is the drummer of this band, and he also worked with my father as an IT kind of guy up in Kansas City area at a place called Tell America. I just thought that was very funny.
Very interesting fun fact there, yes. That
saying.
might be why that record's called that.
Maybe, but it was spelled differently, but okay.
And just to disclose to everyone who thinks I'm such a jerk, I've already told all the guys in Funhouse that their band name sucks.
Yeah, it's like this is not.
I don't think they're a band anymore, so I really don't care now. But Funhouse is the worst band name. I swear.
How about this band name? Doug Fuller says, "How about our new band's name? You ready? You
Yeah,
ready?
Yeah. Angry Volcano Hours.
He's serious.
If he's serious,
He's serious.
that's good.
Yeah. See?
No, that's a way better band name than Funhouse. I'm going to play Mike McWhorter some L5.
All right.
And we might even let it play if you guys want to stick around and listen to some fucking awesome Fool's Face.
We might let it play a little while.
Also, hold on. Jim Wirt was in this band, and if you guys don't know who Jim Wirt was, you probably still don't know this fact about him either. But he produced the record for.
Oh, Justin Larkin, Moon Ring Circus.
He produced the Mood Ring Circus record.
And he played bass on this Fool's Face record.
L5 just for Mike McWhorter.
Just for Mike McWhorter. So thank you guys for joining us.
You've gone astray. Hope it's not too late.
Fucking badass.
You sure this isn't Pink Floyd?
I'm sure.
You could be the
Oh, okay.
next.
Oh, that's fair.
Love you guys. Thanks for stopping by, Doug Fuller. Hi. Love you.
You've got to stand in line. You just calling you. Realize
See you next week. If you can hear me,
you've got to colonize.
feel like supporting the show, that'd be great.
Plant the seed.
Help me pay for these records.
Help him pay for these records. Yeah.
Stink Star Rodeo. I like that.
Love you, Krista Meadows.
Love you, Krista. Thanks for stopping by, Jeff.
And Julie Lake Cobb and Jared and
If not
Joshua
point in space,
Mark Davis and Cindy
I'm not
Lucas,
point to base.
Robert Crook, Chris
Help
Schneider.
this stagnant world.
We'll see you all again very, very soon.
Pull itself in
Kimberly Nutter Butter Utter.
upon the atmosphere, onto the last frontier. If I'd Lagrange, the point to start I've gotta get a letter to you. Can't let our love be broken in two. I've gotta get a letter to you. 3 weeks today we've been gone. How I wish that you were here. Tonight the crowd should have sung, but now I need to hold you near. And as I write to you to say my love is true, I hope I'm getting through somehow, and miles won't come between us. I've gotta get a letter to you. Can't let our love be broken in two. I've gotta get a letter to you. Time leaves an empty space. I only hope these words can fill. You're in a distant place. Oh, I can feel you near me still. And as I write to you to say my love is true, I hope I'm getting through somehow, and miles won't come between us. I've gotta get a letter to you. Can't let our love be broken in two. I've gotta get a letter to you. Ongoing, unknowing is the seed of doubt that grows until I kiss your sweet lips. I know I should feel sure our life together is still